Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Heart of Christ Ministry. I'm your host, Reverend Shaun Robert Grant. So happy to have you here with me today. It is close to 11 o'clock here in South Florida, but I'm wide awake and I'm feeling completely on point and ready to bring you an amazing message. And that message for today, actually, we'll get to it here in just a bit. But first, our line of business. Hope this message finds you feeling your best, because we're going to be feeling good throughout the whole entire time. Okay. If you have any questions, chime in your comments. We'll go from there. And speaking of questions, guys, any questions, any correspondence, any prayer requests, anything you want to discuss or talk to Heart of Christ Ministry about, feel free to write us at ShaunG04@gmail.com. And if you're feeling like you're benefiting from what we have to offer here, sow a seed today. Don't hesitate. Venmo, Heart of Christ Ministry, PayPal, ShaunG04@gmail.com. No seed is ever too big or too small. And the seed you sow never leaves your life. So do that, do that, do that. All right. From there, let's move right into, we're going to move quick today. I tell you, where's my abundance? So what we're going to do is set the clock 30 seconds. You're going to find out what you feel most abundant about, no matter what it is, no matter what's happening, no matter what you think is whatever it is, as long as you're grateful for it, as long as it expresses a sense of abundance to you. I want you to take that and I want you to put into the comments, and I want you to practice this, not just now, but every hour on the day for 30 seconds. Really dive into the truth of what is truly abundant in your life. And you're going to do that for 30 seconds. So stay with us, share with us what your abundance is, because your abundance inspires other people, right? So here we go. 30 seconds. Where's my abundance? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Where's my abundance? If you figured out what your abundance is, once again, place it into the comments. I'm going to share with you what my abundance is, because I feel like what I share helps everybody else to experience more of their own abundance. And that makes me ecstatic. That makes me happy. And so what my abundance is, my abundance today is health. You know, it's interesting because you never can take your health for granted. You never can take anything on your body feeling completely healthy for granted, because whenever it's not the case, it's something you find yourself thinking about all along, wondering how you're going to change it, how you can make it different. And I find myself in that position all the time, always being grateful for the health that I have, and understanding that, like, I'm really, really abundant because my health is perfect the majority of the time. And so that is my abundance. Share with me your abundance. With that being said, without hesitation, we are popping into today's message. And here we go. Questions from the heart, answers from the spirit. This is a special episode for me, because I've taken questions that I feel like will help our viewers, will enable our viewers to be more inclined to understand the whole idea of money consciousness. And it is something truly special to me. Yeah, I said that already, but I'm saying it again. And it's all about learning. It's all about growing. It's all about diving into the truth of what it really means to have a money consciousness, to prosper, to be wealthy, to understand where your true, dynamic, wealthy, prosperous source comes from. And that is the divine presence of God in you, no doubt about it. We're going to dive into that today in our episode, Questions from the Heart, Answers from the Spirit. Okay, so how this is set up, I just picked out some questions. We're going to answer all these questions, take it through the entire episode. Once again, use the comments to chime in. I know I got to be better with answering the comments as they pop in. Also, I've noticed a bit of glitches here and there with StreamYard, especially if you're watching on YouTube. So what tends to happen is I'll pause like this, right? But my voice will continue to go. So what I encourage you to do is just listen to my voice, even if it turns into a podcast, when it should actually be an episode. Just stay with it, because eventually it'll come back and we'll go from there. But other than that, guys, once again, this is interactive, communicative. Chime in. We're going to have a great show. Let's get into it. Okay. So questions from the heart. Questions from the heart, answers from spirit. All right. And so number one is, what is money consciousness and what role does it play in manifesting wealth? Well, I can tell you right now, money consciousness plays every role in manifesting wealth. And what is money consciousness? Money consciousness is the way you think, feel, and act in a dominant capacity within yourself about money. Not money as it relates to the physical money, but money as it relates to the love current, money as it relates to love and expression, love and action, the divine substance energy that is everywhere in every part of the universe. Okay. So the reason why money consciousness is so important to me, and I feel like so important to everybody else, because if you have one, remember, consciousness creates reality. So if you have a money consciousness, guess what? Your money consciousness is creating money for you in reality. And that's what it does to create wealth. And it doesn't create like pennies. It creates a massive divine surplus of wealth. So we need a money consciousness to be able to thrive in this day and age, in this time, unless they get rid of the dollar, they get rid of all the currency. Still, money consciousness is more about connecting to the true source. Once again, the divine presence of God within you. And when you have that, when you have a money consciousness, wealth will manifest for you easily. Why? Because whatever's in your consciousness, whatever's in your mind and your feelings and your deepest convictions is going to manifest into your life. So why not make it a rich life? Why not have a rich consciousness that creates a rich reality, right? We had an episode a couple weeks back about that. And so I think that it's important for us to understand, like, this is our birthright. This is part of kingdom living. This is part of God's promise to bless us as much as it desires to do, and we just got to go for the taking and run with it, and not only be blessed, but bless others in the process. Okay. So hopefully that answers your question. Thank you for submitting. We appreciate it. Here's another one coming at you. Number 2, does God ever hold back financial blessings from us for any reason whatsoever? Okay. So this is a really good question. And I think that, a lot of times we had instances where we figure that God is holding something back from us. But what is actually happening is the universe is programmed to give us exactly what we have as an energetic imprint in our minds, in our hearts, in our entire beings. Okay. So what that means is whatever is brewing within you mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, it's going to manifest itself in the exact same capacity on the outside. Right? In reality, which is just you, period. It's an all and out picturing of you. So what happens is, at times it can make it seem like that God is holding back from us. But here's the truth about God. God has, and I misspelled financial. I just noticed that. The thing is about God is that God has given everything already. Everything is within the kingdom. So there's no possible way anything can be held back, but things can be held back if our consciousness is not in congruence with what needs to happen in order to make that to manifest. So that can feel like God is basically hanging the fruit over your head. It's never the case, right? We just have to get to the state of being, the state of consciousness. Again, you say that word 100 million times. You have to get into that state of consciousness that allows those financial blessings to be free, to be released, and to be open to you. And you can always ask yourself, am I completely open to receiving all the financial blessings that God has for me? Because look, they're ready. They're ready to be released, but we have to be in the right state in order to get them. God holds back nothing. God gives freely. God desires to give freely. She has given freely, right? And it all lies within the kingdom, Hence, Matthew 6:33, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things will be added unto you. Thank you for your question number 2. We appreciate you greatly, just as much as number 1. Number 3, here we go. What type of vibration do I need to be in order to manifest financial abundance in my life? Okay, so this is a great one. So vibration, vibration is a feeling, vibration is a frequency, vibration is what the state of mind, the state of feeling, the state of being that you emanate in every single moment of the day. So, you know what I did? I went and bought a mood ring, right? Because I wanted to see where I was vibrating each and every day, whether I was relaxed, whether I was annoyed, whether I was angry, whether I was upset, whether it was at peace, whatever it was. I wanted to make sure that I could keep track of my vibration somehow or another. And this was like one of the very best buys I could have gotten, because it shows me when I'm relaxed and when I'm like anxious and when I'm feeling like I'm out of sorts or out of alignments. So the one vibration that you need to be in order to manifest financial abundance in your life, you have to be in a vibration of love, which then creates a vibration of peace, which then creates a vibration of ease. So we're thinking love, peace, and ease. Okay, love, peace, and ease. And so in understanding love, peace, and ease, that is the ultimate vibration to manifest financial abundance. And you might say, why? Why is that? Because each one of those are your natural state of your divinity. And when you're in your natural state of divinity, you're in your natural godlike consciousness state. And that means that everything flows freely. There are no needs. There is no lack. Everything is fully abundant because it's moving from a place of love, peace, and ease. The best thing you can do is get into a place where you are relaxed all of the time. And there's like stuff you can do to do that so simply. Like you can just tense your body up and then let go, and that relaxes you, right? That opens you and makes you receptive to your good, not only financially, but in every sense of the word, right? So with that understanding, right, I can look at my life and say, okay, am I at peace? Am I in love? Am I exuding kindness and compassion? Because all those tie into one, right? 90+% of the time, right? Am I having this effect on my life? And if I am, great. I'm being completely receptive. I'm in the right vibration to manifest financial abundance. If I'm not, guess what? I just move back into alignment with that, right? And you start small and you just take it one moment at a time. And before you know it, that vibration is resonating in an amazing way. And things are just flowing to you. Money's just flowing to you. And look, be very vigilant with what you see coming into your life, because that is a reflection, a pure, unfiltered reflection of yourself. So even if you find a penny, get excited. I will like literally go tackle people to try to pick up pennies off the ground when I notice them, because I know that it's my perception showing that I am in the flow of abundance, right? And then a bigger sum will come. But as long as I stay in alignment with love, peace, ease, and relaxation, guess what happens? I am in the highest vibration to manifest financial abundance. All right. Number 3, thank you for your question. We appreciate you. Number 4, how soon can I expect to receive after giving money? Okay. So this is another very good question. How soon can you expect to receive after giving money? You can expect to receive it as soon as you give it, right? I told a story once where I was led to give $10 to a guy literally in a parking lot. And then I walked in, I checked out in the store, and I was at the register, and I looked down and there was $10 at my feet. And the guy behind me said, "Sir, I think you dropped your money." And I didn't drop any money, but he was like adamant about that being for me. So it literally manifested minutes after I had given it. But here's the thing. You don't necessarily have to get caught up in that, because what happens is that has the potential to move you out of your balance. And if you're out of your balance, you can't receive money, because the pendulum of the universe is moving in a direction where your good is moving away from you, because you're looking. You remember the story about Winnie the Pooh, where all of a sudden he went to sleep and hibernated, and he woke up and there was just honey everywhere and all types of honey. And it was just a surprise from the universe. And then all of a sudden he began to like wake up out of his hibernation, out of his sleep, looking for the honey, and it was never there. When you try to look for something, when you try to peek to see what the universe is doing, you push that good away, right? You got to let it come to you. Universe, God is all about allowance. Allow it to come to you, and it will come faster than you can expect. It's when we're playing police. It's when we're playing, peeking through the telescope to try to see what's happening, or peeking behind the curtain to try to see what's happening, is when we slow down or mutate the manifestation that can come. So how soon can you expect to receive it? You can expect to receive it right after you give it. But the thing is, if you do expect, don't get attached to it, because if you're attached to it, then that will move it away from you. Expect it, but also allow the divine to work in its own timing, because it knows the perfect timing for you. And that will be the right time that money is supposed to manifest in your life, multiplied the same, 10-fold, 30-fold, 100-fold, whatever it is, but it will come. All right. Number 4, thank you for your question. We appreciate you greatly. And then we got number 5. Man, I'm flying through this, guys. This has been like fast. All right. What role does God play in wealth manifestation? God plays every role in wealth manifestation. Why? Because God owns it all, right? God is all. God is everything. God is money. God is love. God is truth. God is wisdom. God is insight. God is everything, every inch, every piece, every possible square inch, in every sense of the word, right? And so when you have a consciousness of God, and what's the consciousness of God? The fact that there are no needs, there is no lack, everything is met, and met abundantly with the divine surplus. When you understand that, right, you've already manifested true wealth. So how does that work? Well, you hold that consciousness. You hold that consciousness for an extended period of time. Just imagine going through life with that idea that there are no needs, right? There is no lack. I don't have to chase anything, because as God as me, and me as God, I have it all. I have access to it all. The kingdom is forever open and freely giving me everything that could come up and arise and appear to be a need. And if it does seem like a need, it's gonna seal the deal. It's gonna fill itself up. Universe works in a vacuum, right? If there seems to be a need, all of a sudden the need is filled immediately, right? And that is the role that God plays in wealth manifestation. And honestly, the consciousness of God within you, the presence of God within you is your supply. The presence of God within you is your supply. The presence of God within you is your supply. Why? Because when you connect to the source and the power that is everything, you become connected to everything, and there is no separation. So that means that you can have more than enough of whatever it is that you require to live the life that you choose to live, right? And all that comes is from connecting to the divine, connecting to God, connecting to spirit, and allowing it to work. Remember, not chasing it, not getting attached, but allowing it to work for you. All right. Wow. 5 questions in the hole. Done deal, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. Few things here once again. Look, this was fun. This was quick. This was relatively easy, but it was informative. And it was important because we have to know what we're coming into, and just to be aware of what's possible for us. as far as like our power goes to be able to enable ourselves to be the very best that we can. We need to know that. So review this video, go back, review these other videos, take notes. I promise you, it's going to help you once you get these principles down, because it's helping me by teaching them. And I'm happy to do that. And I'm excited to do that. And with that being said, if you have any feedback, if you have any prayer requests, if you have any type of correspondence, feel free to write us at ShaunG04@gmail.com. We will get to you as soon as we can and respond to you. Your question may even be on the next episode, so to speak, right? If not that one, maybe the next one. So, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your feedback. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for answering. Thank you for being amazing in every sense of the word. You are greatly appreciated. All right. And time to sow a seed, right? Time to sow a seed. Look, here's the thing. Anytime you benefit from something, I want you to get into the habit. Anytime you feel like you benefit, anytime you feel like you come out greater because of something, I want you to get into the benefit of offering a seed sown to whatever it is or whoever it is that benefits you in a way that helps you to love yourself more, that helps you to get more peace, that helps you to feel more abundant, whatever it is. Get into the habit of sowing these seeds. And it doesn't matter what it is. You know, I can remember a time when I didn't have anything and it just meant a lot to me and to other people when they would help me with something. I'm like, let me get you a coffee. Let me give you $5 to go get you a coffee. Let me give you $10 so you can get lunch or something like that. That goes a long way. I say that because I encourage you, when you do that, you tell the universe, I'm abundant. I'm an abundant giver. Most times we're just focused on our needs and our needs alone, and we just stay there and we never come out of that box. But what would happen if we begin to start predicating our lives on giving and giving freely? Right? It would transform everything. It would make everything so much more abundant. So with that being said, if you feel like you have benefited from this ministry, if you feel like this ministry has given you something to help you to be better where you are today, I encourage you, sow a seed. No seed is ever too big or too small. And the seed you sow never leaves your life. There's a harvest full moon tonight. Set it off. Sow a seed. Venmo, Heart of Christ Ministry. PayPal, ShaunG04@gmail.com. Apple Pay upon request. Thank you in advance for your seed. It is greatly appreciated, guys. You're greatly appreciated. Your kindness and generosity goes a long way. And let's continue to keep paying it forward, right? Because when we pay it forward, everybody benefits. Everybody comes out as winners. And I tell you, that seals the deal on today's message. This is probably the fastest message I've ever done, but I just felt it and it felt good. So thank you for joining us, guys. Have a wonderful night. We'll talk to you soon. Take care. It's been real. Bye-bye.
Every dream begins with a vision that sees everything before anyone else ever can. A vision that ignites the endless power to make all your dreams come true.